9:45 a.m. on this Wednesday morning, January 14th, 2026. This is our current state of affairs with our weather. I originally had approximately 20 minutes worth of recordings this morning, which I deleted. I was none too thrilled with how the content turned out. But anyways, it began with a morning of graupels. The fallout of which I have spoken many times in the past that begins such weather scenarios as what we currently have kicking off. I had recorded some content from out in the woods showing said graupels, which has now gone into this light fluffy stuff. And I have to say, I am just not in the mood for providing content today, but I will go ahead and do so, just so you can see what we've got going on. At this point in time, I do believe that we are under either winter weather advisories, if not even warnings. This is supposed to continue throughout today and into tomorrow, and more likely for a good majority of tomorrow. Certain locations, they could receive upwards towards a foot of accumulation of this frozen fallout. This only began roughly around 8 o'clock this morning. And while I was out tending to the animals, it just started to increase, covering the cats, covering me, and of course the food and water. And that did not start the day off on a good note. Going from hot to cold, and I'm using the word hot rather loosely. But we've seen what occurs because of these sky operations and the fluctuations of temperatures, which has brought about fog conditions and therefore also sickened a great many people through the fog. And there's no two ways of looking at that. There's been no talk of human-to-human transmission of this so-called flu. Now, thankfully, I've gotten quite a little bit better. Actually, a lot better. But it's gotten me rather nervous anymore to be out in any forms of precipitation, as I have stated so in quite a lot of my past content, because of a lot of other crap that has come down from above. And it's getting very old to see precipitation, whether liquid or frozen, coming down, and not coming down from individual clouds, if you will, anymore, but it is always from this white or milky white nonsense of a permacloud conditions overhead. So that, and I am old enough to remember when we would have liquid and frozen precipitation that would come from individual clouds and not this crap. Yeah, I'm a little worked up and nerved up. And I'll be glad to get this posted because I can delete this Just like I have deleted yesterday's content from my files, other than 8 minutes worth showing those very strange cloudy skies that had evolved. And that way I can continue to have a little bit of room on my memory card, because I believe I am going to go ahead and try to bring about a past project that I would once again like to revive and present, but it won't be on this channel. If and when that project should come under completion, I will put out a notice of that completion and where the video can be found. Well, of course, if you know my channel, you already know where it will be found. But anyways, on that note, I have just nothing left to say. It's a day of an attitude for me. Because of this nonsense and the patterns of this nonsense that I have been recording for years, and getting so much pushback on so many levels. Because of my explanations through my observations, regardless of how correct they have been throughout the years. And I have proven so. To where, it's gotten to the point to where I am so disgruntled. How this platform practices its nonsense. And furthermore, because of that onset of AI, and which it has been greatly affecting this phone device in a great many ways. And I am thoroughly disgusted. And I believe many other people are getting basically the same as what I am in my feelings in regards to today's technologies and just all the nonsense that's going on out there. Yep, I did have some Blue Jays recorded this morning as they came in to eat, but once again, the recordings just were not worth it because my phone would not even focus properly because of the reflective qualities of this crap, which parlays with the reflective qualities of all the sky crap connected with it. Alright, enough. Even though I won't be enjoying this day, maybe you will. Take care. The Skyway's out. Oh, have a great one. Or try to. With whatever situations might be occurring in your neck of the woods.